Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to be going over the Nemesis mod and the attached Nimbus RDA that I have attached to it. RDA is Rebuildable Atomizer. From here down is the Nemesis mod. It comes with a few different pieces, so you can customize it for different battery sizes. The bottom piece here at the very bottom is the end cap and the activating button. Push it in, it activates. And then there's this small little cylinder piece here. I think they call it decorative threaded piece. Its main purpose, besides just looking cool, is you can screw it down and you can't accidentally activate the device. Then it comes with three different size pieces for the body, the one that's in this hand and the two that are attached to it. You can see the seam right there, and that is for, you can use different size batteries. Right now I have a Sony battery in it, an 18650 size battery, which is roughly the same size as this Trustfire battery. Or I can tear it down and use the different configurations. I can use as small as the 18350 battery, which is in my hand right now. Then it's got the top piece, the connector, the connecting head where you can put on your rebuildable atomizer or a tank like the Profire 2 or even the iClear 30B or tank of that nature. Then it has this piece here that without the atomizer on it, I can actually just slide it off. But if you line up the holes, it helps with airflow. It's easy to operate. All you have to do is screw that up so you can actually press the button in, and that's how you activate it. Now this Nimbus RDA, it's my first RDA, so I'm getting familiar with them. I'm sure you know the rebuildable atomizers, you build your own coils. I have a couple half-ass made coils over here that I'm gonna have to refine and put in. But here is what the coil looks like. It's this one was made from a 24 gauge Kenthal wire. What you do is like I said, this isn't the perfect coil. It's just to give you an idea of what it will look like when you build them. You wrap it around something. I use one of my tiny screwdrivers as the wrapping around. Just wrap it around the screwdriver. A lot of people will use like a sewing needle or a 20 gauge syringe needle. It all depends on exactly how big you want the coil. And then I'll show you here in a minute, but the two leads will go into positive and negative posts within the Nimbus. Nimbus here has got the cover, main body cover. It's got the drip tip that can come off by itself. For the rebuildable atomizer, what we're looking at here is you have your coil. You can barely see mine. Okay, there it is. The coil I have in here, it's a dual coil stovetop design. A friend of mine helped me build. I'm just not getting the hang of being able to wrap that type of coil. You can see there's three little posts with screws on top. That's where you put your leads in. There's positive and negative. If you have dual coil, they actually, one lead for each one will go into the middle, then the other leads for the coils will go on the outside. But to use the rebuildable atomizers, you have to drip your liquid onto the wicking material, whatever wicking material you like to use. I'm using organic cotton in this one, and with this coil design, you basically just, stuff it in behind and beside the coils. Then you drip some liquid onto it. Can't get the good camera angle to show you, but just make sure you saturate that wick, especially the first time. Like fresh wick material, you want to really saturate it. The problem with an issue with these coils are it burns off the liquid pretty quickly. Depending on how many drops you put on there, and you don't want to oversaturate your wick, then it'll be liquidy and spewing out. But now that I got some liquid on the wick, let me show you it. Let me show it in action for you. You can see that was just a quick, like 1-2 second hit, and it produced a lot of vapor. Let me do it from the side. And the flavor is just, it's flavorful. I'm using the Suicide Bunny Madrina flavor, which is like a mixture of a few different melon flavors. It's awesome. I showed you that one in action compared to how much the Cool Fire does. See? Then even my Ego battery. Same liquid. Ego battery is set for 4.3 volts at the moment. See? Now back to the Nimbus, so you can see the difference. It just plumes out there. You don't have to use an RDA with your Nemesis. Like I said, you can put on a tank like the iClear 30B or 30S, or even a Pro Tank 2 on it. So you can use your tanks, and you don't have to, dive into the rebuildable atomizer world. So this is my first one. I'm getting better at building coils and wicking them. It's not like a tank where you just fill up the tank and go. I mean, if you're using an RDA, you got to have some sort of bottle of liquid with you. Like I said, in this one I have the Madrina Suicide Bunny flavor. It's really good. But on another plus side, on the RDAs, when you want to change out flavors, you don't have the old flavor interfering too much. Once the liquid and flavor is used up from the wick, and you drip some new flavor into it, you won't taste the old flavor. If you do, you can actually burn it off and then put the new flavor on. And with the tanks, though, those wicks are inside the atomizers. First time you switch to a new flavor, unless you change out the coil piece, or even rinse them off, some people do, you're going to have a mixture of two flavors, which some aren't bad. If you're ready for the next step of evolution, if you're not into the RDAs yet, definitely recommend at least getting one so you can try it. Lots of videos out there. In fact, an earlier post on vapetheplan.org is a link to Rip Trippers. He has a lot of tutorials on how to build different coil designs, including that stovetop coil design. I gotta say, I love this Nemesis. It is freaking awesome, and just it's my new favorite toy. When I first picked up the Coolfire, that was my favorite toy, but now this is. See again, quick 1 second hit. Just plumes out there. The flavor is just very flavorful and sticks out. So remember, vape the planet, vape happy.